How important do you think it was keeping hold of Kyle Walker and Bernardo in this summer transfer window? It's pretty imperative, wasn't it, I think?
I think that's as important as signing the replacements for the players who've left, because Walker is one of the captains, and especially in De Bruyne's absence, he is the captain now, and he's the highest sort of ranked player in that captaincy group. And yes, he was going to leave, and he spoke to reporters after the Fulham game and gave sort of 15 minutes of his time, which is unheard of in a mix zone. And I don't think I've ever seen Kyle Walker walk through the mix zone at City, so he clearly had something he wanted to say, and he said, yeah, listen, I had an offer from Bayern, and it came down to who gave more years on the contract, but he always wanted to stay at City because they can offer something that no one else does, which is going for all these titles. And I think he said, when you win the treble in that manner, then why would you want to leave? So I don't think he wanted to leave because he wanted to leave City, but he's 32, 33 now, and he wanted just to have as many years left on his contract as possible. So you can understand that, but I think he's going to be really important in that defence. And we were saying when we thought he was going to join Bayern Munich, he offers something on that right side that no one else does, doesn't he? He's got that pace, and this season he's shown it by popping up on the right wing quite a lot and helping that formation. And he can go into a back three if needed. He can be a right winger. He's even started to invert into midfield, which he wasn't doing in sort of the days when João Cancelo was leading the way in that regard. So I think he's as important as any other signing, and likewise Bernardo. You can't replace Bernardo. He does something that, again, no one else can do in that squad. He can play on the right wing, he can play in the centre. He went in sort of defensive midfield against Fulham towards the end. He was at left back last season. He knows Guardiola's system inside out and doesn't need to be told where to be or what to do. So yeah, keeping hold of them two, I think they'd have been bigger losses than Gundogan or Mahrez, for example.
I think those two are almost irreplaceable. Yeah. I think the profiles, Bernardo's so unique. Yeah. I think when we saw him last season pop up at left back at the Emirates in like the most ridiculous, like you think of yourself, this is do or die, City obviously behind points wise and the catching out, and then you see him pop up at left back, then central midfield, then left wing, then right wing, and then I think he was playing false nine at points in that game as well. So that profile is so unique, isn't it? It's almost that free roaming Messi role. And then on top of that, you've got Kyle Walker, who a lot of people always forget. It's like, yeah, he can play right wing. Everyone talks about his athleticism, his physicality, his pace. I know that builds into it, but he's a tremendous defender as well. Yeah. Like he's an unbelievable 1v1 defender, and like, as you just said, he can play in a back three, he can play centre back, right wing, right back. He can almost do everything. So I think those two profiles are huge. Whereas Gundogan was obviously a bit of a goal scoring machine, but I think you can get box to box midfielders pretty much anywhere, and that's not dimming down what Gundogan does because it's very unique. But as with Mahrez, we were just talking earlier about Cole Palmer being a very similar profile. If he built, got more experience, it could have been a similar sort of player. But you just feel with Walker and Bernardo, there's no similar players to them whatsoever. I think it'd be really difficult to replace that, wouldn't it?
I think with Walker as well, he's got better as a footballer under Guardiola. So he was just a very good right back, and we knew that. But now he's doing the inverting. He's doing, like you say, he's a very, very good defender, and wingers don't bother attacking him because they know they're not going to win. And he's popping up in attack now, which he never normally did, and he's one way he's got better with age, and City don't normally give out contracts more than a year to players over 30. They didn't do that for Gundogan before it was too late, and everyone was crying out and saying, give Gundogan as many years as he wants, because he carried City over the line in the Premier League last year. But they were a bit reluctant and probably were too late in that. They now look like they're going to give Walker a 2 or 3 year contract till 2026, and that sort of shows just how valuable he is to City.